Rejection sensitivity and social anxiety. What's really going on? Hi friends, it's Caroline Maguire and I'm here to talk about all things ADHD and friendship. And today we're talking about something that comes up all the time in my coaching sessions with adults with ADHD. It's rejection sensitivity or social anxiety. They can look so similar on the outside, but what's actually underneath is actually different. Knowing which one can be a game changer. So let's get into it. Rejection sensitivity is an intense emotional response to the idea or even the hint that someone is upsetting you, judging you, or rejecting you. And it doesn't have to be real. It can be a look, a pause in a text thread, or someone not waving back. For folks with ADHD, this is often tied to rejection sensitivity, a term we use to describe that overwhelming emotional pain from perceived criticism or failure. You might know intellectually that someone is not mad, but emotionally, your brain spirals, your body reacts, and suddenly you're flooded with shame, panic, and a desire to totally withdraw. Now, I want to say first, as we get into social anxiety, that I am not a doctor. I am not a psychologist. I have a master's in education and executive function and social emotional learning. But I have been interviewing folks when we launch soon on this channel, a bunch of interviews about social anxiety. So I'm encapsulating here some of the things I've learned. And it really has been a crisis of the soul. As I have been learning more and more about social anxiety, I have been worried that so many people in the ADHD community are really suffering from social anxiety. So I wanted to talk about this here because if this resonates with you, then maybe you want to go see a professional, a doctor or a psychiatrist, a psychologist who specializes in social anxiety and understands ADHD and talk to them about it because there's things they can do. Social anxiety is the fear of being judged or embarrassed in social settings. It's anticipatory. You worry ahead of time. If you will say something wrong, what if they think I'm weird? And it can lead to avoidance of conversations, social events, even small gestures. Sometimes people don't eat in front of other people, or they don't want to walk into a room. They feel this overwhelming sense of being spotlighted. Social anxiety can be about performance, while rejection sensitivity is more about emotional pain. With social anxiety, you may overanalyze everything before and after a social situation, but with rejection sensitivity, the emotions often hit mid-conversation. It's like a sudden crash. I always describe it as it's like a wave flowing over you. And in my case, sometimes that wave includes old memories of things that happened to me even as a child when I experienced a lot of both physical and verbal bullying. And so because of that, I sometimes am like hit with this wave even during a conversation. And we talk a lot on this channel about all the therapies that can help you with that, but it can still happen. Let's talk about what they have in common. Both rejection sensitivity and social anxiety can make social situations exhausting. They can trigger overthinking, lead to withdrawal or people pleasing. Both create barriers to connection and both leave you thinking, what's wrong with me? But here's the thing, nothing is wrong with you. These are patterns, not personality flaws. And once you name them, you can work on them. Here's some key differences. Let's break it down even more. If your anxiety starts before the event and you feel like you're being watched or judged, that's likely social anxiety. If you're feeling okay and then suddenly the spiral because of someone's tone or look or silence, that's likely rejection sensitivity. Social anxiety is more about anticipating embarrassment. Rejection sensitivity is about feeling wounded by a perceived dismissal, even when it's unspoken. Some people actually have both, which, let's be honest, is a double whammy. What can you do about this? So first, let's start by talking about if either of these are becoming incapacitating, if you are not enjoying life, if you are not engaging, that's when Dr. Ari Tuckman and Dr. Russ Ramsey, who I interviewed for my next book, talked to me about that is a time to go seek professional help. First, let's start by noticing your triggers. What happened right before you felt awful? Did you assume something? Did you feel judged? Next, let's build strategies. That's what this channel is all about, teaching you skills like how to decode social cues, how to pause and self-regulate, how to recover from a misstep, how to reframe negative thoughts, If this sounds like you're not alone. I have so many videos about ADHD, executive function, and emotional regulation, and rejection sensitivity and social anxiety. Understanding the difference between rejection sensitivity and social anxiety gives you power. It's not about labeling yourself, it's about finding the right support, tools, and communities so you feel less alone, and you can actually make friends and do the things you want to do. If this video helped you, please subscribe and hit the bell. The channel is growing, but I notice a lot of you watch the videos, but you don't subscribe. If you could do that, it would be really helpful. It helps me continue making videos. I'm doing a lot with this channel and I am responding to comments. Please drop a comment below. Many of you have told me things you want me to make videos about, and I am definitely doing that. They are in the works if you haven't seen them yet. Bye, friends.